Should we expect guests or should I invite some from downtown?
No.
Hey, Kurt.
No.
I mean, he could actually add to it.
And you don't actually have his phone number.
Messenger.
Nope.
The
You
Messenger.
don't have Messenger's phone number.
DLC coming out. So,
What's it called?
what, the Messenger? It's like Tropic Panic or something.
Mm-hmm. That's where we're going to start. We're going to start with Messenger DLC. Hey, everybody!
I will say Devolver's the first one I saw.
I'm E3 Bot, and I'm here with my E3 thoughts. 2019. You know, I'm here. I'm here with a couple special people.
No, you ain't.
Alright, I'm here with two people. So, I'll let them introduce themselves.
Wait, you're going to classify him as a person?
I tried to classify him as a special person, but
Why y'all always looking down on me?
we're not looking down on you, buddy.
I'm shorter than y'all. Y'all are. I don't know about John.
You're
though.
taller than John.
I don't know.
John's a short boy.
John, height comparison?
I'm
John's
pretty sure
shorter.
you have like an inch or two on me.
Ooh.
Stand up, just both you real damn quick.
We already know that.
What?
What? Are you that spaced out already, Tyler?
Yeah. Today I am, spaced out.
Yeah.
I am, spaced out.
You're not a certain celebrity.
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 Tom Clancy?
You're Bam Bam.
How?
You're the dog from the Ubisoft conference.
I did not see that dog. I did not make it that far in.
You-
Wait, Ubisoft? I didn't.
Couldn't
Yeah,
make
so
it
I.
that far.
Yeah, no, I didn't see any Ubisoft, so I definitely didn't make it that far in.
He died Sunday night. He couldn't make it to Ubisoft.
One bourbon, one scotch, and one dog.
I guess I'm unfortunately still John, and we're still doing this after a year, so what the hell went wrong?
It's been a year.
Yeah, it's only episode, what, 43?
Insert
Close enough.
celebration noises.
Celebration noises?
I blame your ignorance.
How is it my ignorance? This is technically his podcast.
The podcast will end when you've learned one lesson in life. Just one lesson in life.
That's not a great thing to learn on a podcast. There's
Just
no
any-
audience
just,
for that.
Just any lifelong lesson. Like,
We're gonna be here a while, y'all.
yeah.
Oh, I did
Episode
learn.
1,000.
I did learn you probably shouldn't watch Joe Rogan too often, otherwise you might possibly go into the alt-right.
Are you an alt-right now?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying he is, from what I've seen, part of people's viewing, if they are a part of it or became.
Joe Rogan don't give a shit. Joe Rogan come on the podcast. Like, he wouldn't. That'd be the exposure we need. But,
He'd rather have us on his.
yeah. We'd release it. It'd be a dual release episode. So, do you guys want to hop straight into E3 or want to talk about what we've been doing for the past week?
I have been doing crack.
Let's talk about that.
It got me through the day.
It got you through the day.
Yeah.
I don't think you know how crack works, Tyler.
It was my first time, so no.
No.
That's pretty nice.
Cracking up a cold one.
With the boys? We're technically the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a cold one?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of what a cold one originally implied, I have the cold one. But
No, you
yours is
don't.
a cold one.
No, you don't.
Yeah, it's a beer.
It's lukewarm.
No, it's not. Give it a sampling.
That shit's hot.
He didn't even touch
Why
it.
did you boil the can, Tyler? Why'd you boil the beer can?
To extract the essence of flavors.
Evaporate all the unneeded water, so it's just
Give me
pure...
just the hops.
Well, John, start us off.
Who the hell started off Sunday?
It's a Rosalina with big
We
tits.
started off, okay.
Or do we technically start with EA and their train wreck?
Yeah, you can talk.
Yeah,
you
no.
want to talk about EA?
I didn't
don't
see
know
it.
how
I
you
don't
wanna
care
do
about
this.
it.
Are we
All
just-
right,
just sports.
let's talk about EA. They didn't have an official conference.
They had Star Wars, and then...
They showed Star Wars, and that's it. They showed a little bit of Apex Legends.
They did?
Yeah, they announced Season 2. That's it.
Wait, what? Okay, sure. I thought that was dead already.
So Jedi Fallen Order came out. Some of the abilities look cool. It's pretty much seems pretty linear so far. Like,
I like best describing it as a Force Unleashed meets Uncharted game. That's what it looks like to me.
yeah, I can see that.
Which is not a bad thing, but it's EA's touching it, so I expect it to be messed up. But I want it to be good. And since it's coming out in November, that's like one of the few games that's like, oh, I can actually play this when it comes out and hopefully enjoy it.
I thought it was pretty badass in the gameplay sequence they showed. He force pulled
That was dark for a Jedi.
but he
forced
pulled him.
Here,
But no. You stop. He stopped a blast and then pulled a guy into the blast. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you saw that?
I saw that part.
Okay, yeah, that's
That
pretty
was-
cool.
that was
I mean, the
badass.
fact he's doing force pull like that, he's like, here, you shot yourself. Or he's like force pull and then he's like just stabbing people. I'm like, geez, this is kind of aggressive for a Jedi.
Well,
But I mean, it's a war. Blah, blah,
and
blah.
they're in the middle of him executing his people, so
Yeah.
and this guy's gonna have to die at the end of the like. It's just like Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Like, okay, Ahsoka's cool and all, but she has to die. Like,
She gotta.
Not necessarily. They could always go into
she went into hiding or something.
somewhere.
But I'm pretty sure
Exile.
they've done
somewhere.
that like twice now in the show where she's gone off, and then she always comes back. Then there's the Clone War or Rebels where she came
Because
back.
they can't kill her off because it's too important. It's like killing off Luke. Oh, wait, they already did it. Never mind. Throw it out the door.
Yep.
I'm just... Of all the people you can't kill, you figure she would be on the no-kill list.
No, she can die.
Or at least if she dies, she does the Jedi Master way and just sort of fades away.
Like Luke.
That was stupid. I got tired because I did a projection across the galaxy, so I'm done.
And then they played his two sons track. Not like he has two sons. I mean, like the twin sons of Tatooine. I think is the track title of that song. Well, you know that was EA. It wasn't even a conference, so we can't even really judge it.
I mean, they did it over like what, 2 days? Really? Did
Yeah.
EA play?
Well, that's just like judging like Nintendo's Treehouses. Do you judge that as own conference? I don't
They at
think
least
so.
do a presentation like, here's what you can
That's what I'm
expect
saying, but,
this
like-
week. And I was wondering, like, okay, EA showed off Star Wars. Didn't they show Anthem Sims?
No, they didn't say anything about Anthem.
Nothing about Anthem.
Nothing
okay.
about Anthem. Like,
Okay, just shoot that. Well, it's just out of its misery now.
or they just
Yeah.
don't have any like.
It was dead like 2 weeks after.
Well, the thing is like they were supposed to have like their whole Cataclysm event like last month, and it still hasn't happened. So I don't know what's going on.
That's one of those you can tell like they're probably weighing the options going free to play or some shit to try and salvage it. I guess we can move right into
Moving right along.
Microsoft. Microsoft.
How long was it that actual
It
presentation?
was about an hour 47
Microsoft.
minutes.
Like, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I was looking at the video like the night of, and it was like, and I kept it up. It was like an hour 47, hour 37 minutes, something
Yeah.
like that. I only got
All
about
right.
an hour.
So I got the list of stuff in order right here.
Man, I need a third taco.
I told him. I fucking said. Did I not fucking say that shit? I was like, he's always gonna
Well,
say that.
first you need the first 2 tacos because you had 2 quesadillas. There's a difference.
I know, right?
You damn fool.
He eats a taco. Oh, this third taco.
All right.
Wait,
so
it's my first.
Microsoft opened up with a bombshell. Borderlands
That's very
and
nice.
Elder Scrolls combined, and you got the Outer Worlds.
Yes, which for a second I thought it was going to be what was Bethesda's game they were teasing, Starlight.
Yeah, so we thought it was Starfield.
Starfield.
We thought it was
Whatever it
Starfield.
was. But no, it's like something totally different. Like, and this is
Obsidian.
Obsidian. That's right.
I was like, so I mean, it could
My
be
phone
cool.
would
I mean,
go
I'll give it. I probably won't get it day one.
I mean,
Unless-
it comes out in October, and it felt like between September and early October, there's a lot of stuff just sort of plop right there.
Yeah, hold on. Can I take an interjection? So Shenmue 3 announced its new date of November 10th.
Yes.
And Shenmue 3 has continued the trend of launching near everything else. Like, Shenmue has pretty much doomed itself to fail again. Like, it's launching
Well, at this
same
point,
week as Pokemon, Doom. Like, literally, it's like...
well, at this point, they already have the money, so it's kind of like here.
yeah, but did you see
We
where
made
he
the game.
Yeah, we can skip... Did you see where he announced that Shenmue 3 will take us 40% of the way through Rio's story?
Only?
Yep. And it's like, we're never going to kill Lee. We're never even going to get to fight Lee.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's just what he says. It's like, you can't do that because you don't even know if you're going to get a Shenmue 4. Like, you don't even know if Shenmue 3 is going to even sell it decently.
Hey, I was gonna say, is he like trying to stretch it out in like 7 games.
I mean, he originally had plans for 6 games or 6 chapters.
Okay.
So then they went to Bleeding Edge, which is pretty
Ninja
much
Theory.
Ninja Theory's Anarchy
But that was
Reigns. It got leaked, but it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like the game that I could see doing. I only see it doing moderately okay, or just gonna like people play it for a week, then it's done.
Yeah.
So I mean, Tyler, did you like
What's
any
up
of the
about
characters?
character design?
Yeah,
I can't remember most of them, but they all look pretty
talk.
decent for what the game's aesthetic was.
so they're not memorable.
Yeah.
If you can't remember them, like
I saw the trailer like once.
Just think 4v4.
That
just
one fat
random.
girl.
Yeah.
and the one fat girl on one wheel or whatever. I think she was.
Was she holding a wheel?
I think she was on a wheel.
She's like a vehicle or something.
So she's like.
She was like unicycling
Yeah.
on a wheel, and she held another wheel that she grabbed onto to make a bike out of herself or something like that.
Maybe that's
and
what
she
I'm
was
thinking.
super scary. That was her main focus.
It's just disappointing because that you have that studio working on this, and it just feels like this type of multiplayer game will just like be popular maybe for a month and then die off.
Yeah.
That's the part that gets me. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
a multiplayer game where we're kind of saturated on those. I'm like, yeah, this might die.
Yeah, which is... we'll see. It could be fun, though. Like, I mean, if it's not...
Did they
Too-
announce a release date? I just remember
It just had the
there's like
alphas in 2019.
Okay, so
So presumably it could have a soft launch later this year, maybe. I mean, they're probably not going to, like, dedicate to a release
Yeah.
date in case it flops.
it just feels like if they don't keep it constantly updated and adding people, it's like it'll just die
Die.
off. Like,
Like
hey,
the
we
original
got other
Anarchy
stuff to
Reigns.
play.
Then for the third E3 in a row, we saw Ori and the Will o' the Wisps.
Has it really been 3?
Yeah.
I feel it's been at 3. They announced it, and then they showed gameplay last year, and then here's another one.
Maybe.
So it's getting released in early 2020. I mean, I can't wait to play Ori. I can't wait to play the first Ori. It's on PC. I should just go download it, but I do want to play it.
Well, it really should be like, hey, we're gonna put this on the Switch.
That
because
was the room. I mean, I think that actually got leaked, but we don't know. Like, okay, then after Ori, they announced
This one actually looks
Minecraft
fun.
Diablo.
It's a Minecraft dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that. It looks fun.
And another dungeon crawler would be fun.
Yeah, and you can play with your friends, and you can play and fight skeletons.
Well, it's nice with that you don't have dedicated classes. You just sort of switch out your gear and you be
Yeah.
whatever. So it's like you're not forced into a playstyle like you are with Diablo type games.
Then they showed off more Jedi Fallen Order gameplay.
Yeah.
So, Minecraft Dungeons launches next spring. It's also coming to Switch. Jedi Fallen Order, more game, but it actually just showed a cinematic. They didn't even show gameplay.
Yeah, it was
A
just
lot
the
of-
opening
And then,
sequence.
see, me and John and Chris watched this here at John's house. And when this next trailer came on, we thought it was like for a split second. At least I did. I was like, "Oh wow, they're going to announce another Resident Evil." Like
Oh yeah, the
I was-
Blair Witch,
yeah.
I was trying to think if it was that game where you're holding the camera.
Fatal Frame.
No, it's a different one. Yeah, at first, I thought it was
A lot
like
of people-
it might have been an Alan Wake game, but then I
Right.
thought it might have been.
A lot of people were saying Outlast 3.
That's what I'm thinking. Outlast.
See, when it first was shown first person, I was like, "Oh wow, they're doing thought they were going to go to Resident Evil 8, and I was like, they're going to use the first person thing again because I could see that being two separate
Yeah.
teams from the remake team. So there's that. Then they went into more gameplay of Keanu Reeves.
Hey.
Keanu Reeves is in Cyberpunk 2077, and they actually announced he has the second most dialogue in the game with over 15 days worth of dialogue.
Dang.
That's what they announced. I read some article. He has the second most.
So he has that much banter between the main character.
Yeah, like people like had a misconception that he is the main character. He's pretty much gonna be like your. I don't know if he's
buddy.
gonna like train you or like. Who knows?
I mean,
I don't know.
that'd
I
be
don't
a
know.
twist if
I don't know a
your
heck of a
character
whole
dies
lot
off.
of Cyberpunk 2077 like lore and stuff. I don't care. I already know I'm in day one. It has some very. It's launching in April next year.
Have you watched any of the Judge Dredd movies?
Yeah, I mean, I know.
Similar to
Did you
that.
say
That's what
Judge
I'm saying.
Dredd
I know
or
what. I know
Judge
what.
Dredd?
I'm saying
Judge
like
Dredd.
I know
Okay.
the setting. I'm saying I just don't know the story. I'm kind of like I don't care. Yeah. So the box art for this game is incredibly boring. It's just a white dude's face on a yellow cover.
I was
Pretty
about to
boring.
say, isn't that kind of how what's it called? What are those called? What are those games called?
Hmm?
One of them, Far Cry. I was about to say, wasn't that just Far Cry? But then you said yellow cover, and I was like, no, it's not.
Yep, you don't know what you're talking about.
I know it's just one dude in the middle.
Do we have anything else to say other than we want this game and we want it now? I kind of wish it was launching
Ooh, I want
sooner
to
than
watch
April.
people play it.
Actually, it's probably perfectly well timed because if you don't finish whatever you're playing by April, it's kind of like that gets dropped off.
Yeah,
So it gives you plenty of time to play whatever comes out in February, March, which is a crap ton of
I was
stuff.
about to
yeah.
say
Early 2020 is looking stacked.
Because
2020,
everything's like, oh, we got delayed. Oh, we're February/March. I'm like,
You said it comes out in April.
yes.
Is a
April
month,
like
is a
mid-April.
month enough time for the remake for y'all to beat?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're not at that part yet, Tyler.
That's why I didn't want to bring it up. But
Shut
also,
the fuck up, Tyler.
but also, while it's fresh,
Shut up.
There's,
so then
there's a lot of stuff in March just in general.
The next game Tyler particularly enjoyed
the
because
small note, but it autocorrect. It says tucking furries.
Yeah, Spiritfarer, Tyler.
that thing.
The
Yeah,
art director is definitely a fucking furry. Like, they really tried to like.
he's trying to ferry home some spirits.
Yep.
Apparently,
The less we say about that, I like the concept.
So
I don't care about the art style. Or
Don't care about
the
that
designs
stuff?
of
I thought it was neat.
the designs of the furries. Yeah, that guy, guy or gal who drew it, is definitely an anthro. I'm not knocking it. I'm
Okay,
just
if
not
it
into
takes
that.
out the furries, do you like the art style?
what if they
I
were
mean, I like
humans?
the-
You're
like-
ferrying humans.
I mean, like the art style of like the buildings and stuff. I guess it's okay, but I just feel like those furries
The
are drawn.
furries throw you off. No.
Yeah, like you can do like animal characters like Robin Hood and stuff, like where they're not like overly sexualized and stuff.
You mean
Like,
the-
that one's
I
definitely
say
drawn.
that's one of the things that turn people like
No,
furry.
that's what people got into, but I'm not saying they're not drawn in a sexual way, Tyler. Look at the designs and look at the designs of that. That's like DeviantArt. Like, it looked like a DeviantArt character, OC. And according to Chris Chan, you need to believe in the OCs because they're gonna, their dimension's gonna merge with ours.
That's him on his OC, I think, more so than just OCs in
Do
general.
you have a cult following on the internet? No.
You're part of it.
I don't follow you. I'm not a part of your following.
No, I'm saying you're part of the following of Christian.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tyler kind of has a cult following.
with
yeah.
who?
A different girl every week, apparently.
Yeah, goth.
It's
And
not.
her gothettes.
The fact
like-
that word said 4 times like that just goes
I'm
well.
sorry, it just sounds like a Pokemon. Goth, 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 goth.
So then we got Battletoads.
Still no date.
Still no date and very simplistic.
Beat him up.
This game looks like it was given no budget, like at all.
Which one?
Battletoads.
It was
Oh,
something that was like, hey, we have the license for this. Let's try to keep our expectations low and just cash in on nostalgia and get that.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that impressed me about that trailer was they were replicating Mode 7 for the
Yes.
for the bike segments. They're going behind you, but it's like looking like a Super Nintendo Mode 7. This next title was like one of the only surprises of Microsoft to me, which I liked it. It looked like a very darling game, The Legend of Wright.
Oh yeah, that.
Because it's like
everything's in
it's papercraft,
yeah.
but it's also like it's more than just papercraft. Like it's everything on like a stationary table. It's like free game. And it's an RPG, so I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I'm down.
I think the vibes it gave me was Little Big Planet.
You mean just
like-
based off the material,
Like that crossed with Scribble Knots.
Or I would say it's probably like the newest Yoshi game, like just crafts. John, what do you have to say about that? I want the kid in Smash Brothers.
Of all the characters, you get that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
No.
Then
Wasn't there like a game montage or something?
yeah, it was like indie. Showed a bunch of different stuff. Who really fucking cares?
Okay, with the they next announced the Xbox Ultimate Pass and like the Game Pass beta on PC. Are any of those a good deal? to you?
Yeah.
Does that mean you're actually going to get it?
Maybe if I had played my Xbox or had Microsoft or played like the Microsoft. They have a client on PC. Yeah. Okay. So for $15 a month, you get access to their Live Pass and Xbox Live, when it's already $10 a month, so $5 more, and you get like basically Netflix of games for your PC and your Xbox, which is a pretty good price. I mean,
well, there is the caveat of usually you can get a year of Xbox Live for like less than $10 a month. You get it for like $60.
But I mean, if you're paying like month to month on PlayStation, it's $15.
You can still buy it.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if you're taking like the face value.
If you're doing face to face for a year, but it's like if you're doing like the yearly thing, it's kind of like.
The next game looked cool. I won't get it. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator. For half a second, I thought it was like this looks great. This could be GTA 6, but it's like nope. There's too much focus on planes. I was like, oh, Flight Simulator. Never mind. Then they went on to Age of Empires 2, which Chris liked. I don't care.
It's one of those PC games. It's like if you've played a strategy game, Age of Empires is one of the ones most people remember.
Then there's Wasteland 3, which I really don't care for.
Wasteland 3?
Let's move on to the real dog I was about to say the real dog shit, which this game is not dog shit.
Coming off.
Psychonauts 2, baby. Tyler taking the beanie off for it out of respect.
I was going to say, you skipped one important thing. Double Fine got bought by Microsoft.
Yeah, Double Fine got bought by Microsoft.
Which is almost like rip Double Fine at this point.
I mean, just release Psychonauts 2. That's all we need.
Unless Tim Schafer's like, all right, I'm out. I sold it.
I mean, yeah, he could always just start another company.
Did they ever say who like funded like the $3 million for Psychonauts or
the fans?
No. They say like there was a portion from
the
like
private
the funder.
investors. No, there was somebody. There was some big celebrity that said they would help fund like a Psychonauts. So we don't know if that actually came to fruition or not. There was who is it? This is like way back in the day, like 10 years ago. He said he'd like donate some of his own money into it.
Ralph Schneider.
So I mean, we finally actually got to see gameplay
Looks
from
good.
Psychonauts 2. Yeah, I mean, it looks almost too much like the original. Like graphics wise, it's not upgraded. Like it almost looks like
I don't know.
I thought it looked a lot cleaner.
Yeah, look.
It
was also originally on Xbox.
I'm
right?
not saying it's like PS4, Xbox One, like
it
high
barely
end.
looks.
It's
PS3.
probably like early PS4.
I don't know, man.
It's probably like NAC.
I don't know, man. Nah, it's definitely not that.
NAC 1.5.
Neck.
Yeah, it was the guy. Oh yeah, Notch. Notch said like in like 2012 he wanted to probably fund it.
He's got nothing better to do.
At this point, you don't.
Spend that money.
Besides just responding to haters on Twitter.
So yeah, there's that. I can't wait. We still have no release date for this game. I've already pre-purchased this game like a million years ago. Yeah, literally, it's like release date is tentative 2019, 2020. They have no idea. I'm just gonna say 2020.
2019 tentative.
Yeah, they didn't even say anything. Just apparently on their website, it's like 1920. They really
It is
don't know.
2020.
Yeah.
Hopefully they just delay it and just put it out summer 2020. That hopefully we'll have time to play it.
All right. Now we got another Lego Star Wars game coming out, and
But
it's gonna
the
have
collection.
all 9 Star Wars movies. You better hope no assets or anything leak really early from this game and spoil the 9th movie. Otherwise, that's gonna.
I don't remember anything different. They kind of focused. They hit every trilogy a little bit.
No, I'm saying because this game launches like early next year, right? So it'll be a couple months after the movie. What if like a build for this game leaks online and it's got pretty much the story? Like, of course, it's gonna have like comedic side effects to it.
The sad thing is it could easily be leaked. Like,
Yep.
here's the ending.
Yep, and then it's like.
But it's the Lego joke ending.
Yeah, so it's like you don't know how serious to take it.
Well, we know where you wish you were.
Who knows where they're actually
Next
going.
was actually surprised me because I don't remember them saying this game was an action RPG. I just thought it was just an RPG. Dragon Ball Kakarot.
They said it was an RPG project.
Yeah, we had no idea it was action RPG. So it's pretty much like Dragon Ball Kakarot is like Goku's going through at least the Frieza saga. Apparently, it's confirmed it's going through the Cell. At least we have no idea about Majin Buu. I'm sure they're gonna like hype that up. Like every trailer is gonna introduce a new arc. So it's Goku and you fight, and apparently you. I just like that. You did see the gameplay they showed.
A little bit.
You can fish with your tail. And so it's like if they have some of the charm, you get to fly around
That
the
looked
world.
weird. He just pulls out his tail and like
It's a
sticks it
fake
up
tail.
his butt, though. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fish.
And so apparently, like you just like fight and you level up, and that's where your strength comes from. So I mean, like I'm pretty much down for this. Like Dragon Ball's had like a good like resurgence in like quality of games, at least since Fighters. People are saying like if this just turns into like a 3D Legacy of Goku, I'm cool because Legacy of Goku is really fucking good.
Yes, on Game Boy
Advance.
I
Yeah.
think all of them
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
And those
No,
are
I'm trying
actually
to
Western
remember-
developed
They
too.
released one Dragon Ball game like on DS that was an RPG, and I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
Arrival of the Saiyans or something.
Something like it was like weird because it wasn't like one of the only games that was like branded as a Dragon Ball Kai game.
Maybe.
Yeah. It was like randomly. It was like because they just released it randomly because I get the resurgence in Japan and stuff. In fact, I think we got that over here before we actually got Kai because like we got Kai on like a delay for some weird reason. Then there's that game 12 Minutes, which is like some little indie artsy-fartsy thing.
What was the studio that's doing that?
Boys
12?
Boys 12.
No, I was trying to remember what studio was doing 12
The
minutes.
developer is the guy who made The Witness.
That's what it was. Okay.
There's that. I mean, look, alright.
I'm just wondering, like, what's, like...
That's a game you would probably
How
not
long is
necessarily
12
play. You'll
minutes?
probably watch a streamer play and be like, oh, this is neat.
Then
Watch
we
him
got
struggle.
Then there's another artsy game called Way to the Woods where you play a deer going through.
Oh, yeah, they showed that last year, at least.
Well, it looks like
Is this supposed to be an indie game?
Yeah, it is. Then they showed us no gameplay of Gears 5. They showed us a cinematic trailer.
They showed the escape mode.
Yeah,
I thought they said it was horde mode.
whatever.
Something like that.
They showed a very brief thing. Like I think they showed gameplay later, and Chris sent me a link. But I was like, "Man, you didn't show gameplay of this big game that's coming out in 3 months, like on your biggest stage. Like, yeah, people are gonna watch the gameplay afterwards, but you had everybody's attention here,
Yeah.
and you didn't show Gears 5 gameplay." At least shows. I'm glad we're gone are the days where you have 10 minutes of your segment as some guy walking slowly through a Call of Duty level. I hated those days of E3.
Yeah,
But they could have showed something here, like show a trailer with like a montage of like action
Yeah,
shots.
a lot of the big studios
Did,
did
like
not
literally,
have gameplay.
spoiler alert, literally spoiler alert. Do what Doom did. Like Doom was like, okay, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. Doom was like the first one to like just fuck it. Here's gameplay. Nobody else is showing it.
Yep.
So I got that. Then they showed so Gears 5. I didn't even play Gears 4. I've totally checked out after 3. So I'm not really that hyped for 5, to be honest with you. I'm gonna speak for Reed and say female protagonist, no buy.
For which one?
That's not what I believe.
Gears.
That's what I believe Reed believes.
And then Reed's gonna say in the comments, "You don't speak for me."
But no, I won't play it. Like, that's what he's gonna say. But no, I won't play it. So Dying Light 2 got announced. Never played the first.
Which one? Oh, Dying Light.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of gameplay. Yeah,
Zombie parkour. That's all you need to know.
Parkour.
But it has multiplayer, which would be fun to actually play, but it's like...
now oddly enough, this is where I went to the bathroom in this next game. But I probably could have taken an entire shit
Can I?
because it sounds like the next like 10 minutes was boring as
Oh,
shit.
the Forza 4 Lego
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah, they showed
crossover? It was
everything
actually
is
like
awesome.
an interesting like trailer. It's like I probably won't play the game, but it's like you made the trailer at least interesting and
It'll
fun
be,
to
if
watch.
it's the Hot Wheel DLC, I'll probably just watch somebody on YouTube or watch a Twitch stream play it.
I think it was free. It was just added content.
Yeah, I won't get a Forza game. Like I'm sorry, I have
Not
no
even have
interest.
this big elaborate setup. Like
I have
the
no
The whole
interest.
racing wheel, chair, everything.
wheel, like the cage that flips if you
and then
flip.
they showed off
Hydraulics to have it
yeah.
like shake.
Then we had a Gears mobile pop game.
Oh yeah, didn't they announce that last year also?
Yeah,
No,
they announced the partnership with Popping
Oh,
Gears,
okay.
and they didn't show what type of game,
Yeah, we just thought it was really an advertisement for figures.
which I'm sure there are, but
I think there
There
are.
definitely are.
I do not give a shit like about a.
It's a mobile
I
game.
hate pop figures. I'm not the biggest fan of Gears of War. I'm not going to download a Gears of War pop figure game.
can we just say E3 stop showing stupid mobile games?
Stop
during your
showing
big
stupid
conferences?
mobile games. Maybe not
On your big
advertise
screen.
a fucking iTunes series or Apple TV series, Ubisoft. But
I thought you were gonna watch some of those, or at least
I will watch it,
them
but
somehow.
just because yeah, I'm gonna watch season 14 of Always Sunny. Do I want a trailer that dropping in the middle of Bethesda? No, like So
But that's what they would do because it's Bethesda.
then we had Xbox Elite Controller 2. Chad's already pre-ordered a couple. He pre-ordered 3 because his first Elite
That's
controller
what you
broke.
said as soon as the information dropped.
Because Chad's broke 3 Elite controllers.
You would think if you're spending that much on a controller, they could give you like a good warranty. Like
They did.
lifetime
He had
warranty.
to replace it like twice. And the third time, he just got his money back and just got something. He just got a regular controller.
No wonder they had to do redesign.
I mean, the redesign had a lot of shit on it, but
Well, I mean,
$190.
it's like customizable
Jeez.
down to like the tension in your stick and how you want
And
your
the trigger.
triggers.
yeah.
And the whole turbo function built in. I was like, okay.
And the settings for games. Jeez.
State of Decay 2 looked really rough.
It's always looked
I
rough.
have no interest. All right, now this is really fucking hype because I have a friend on Twitter who's really
Hyped about it.
I will say this came out of this was
Yeah,
one of the big
nobody
surprises.
expected-
Like, really, this is
that
coming.
didn't get leaked. Phantasy Star Online 2.
Oh, yeah.
They announced that shit back in 2012 that it was coming to the West. We had
No.
not heard a damn word. They said something in 2014 like, we're hoping to have news soon. News soon 5 years ago. So, all right, it's coming, and apparently they just confirmed on their website.
2020 or something.
Yeah, it's coming to Switch and PS4, so it's not Xbox exclusive.
Ooh.
It might be timed exclusive, but it's coming to them. But then they showed Crossfire X, which
Yeah.
I don't care about at
Yeah.
all. It's who
It looked
gives a
weird
shit?
just from the bits of the trailer I paid attention to.
But that's one of their few exclusives.
Who gives a shit?
I'm just saying that at the end of the day, in this conference, it's like, okay, what true exclusives do you have that I want to play? And then I was like looking, I was like,
yeah.
we don't have anything Xbox except Halo, but that's on Scarlet. But I skipped ahead.
This game would have been way more hype for me if it didn't get leaked like 2 days before.
The Tales.
Tales of Arise. It looks really good. That you can tell they've taken their time with it. So I'm really
Is it
hoping.
part of the Tales of series?
What do you think?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
With the name
There's
of
so many-
Tales of Arise.
There's so many Tales of games. I can't keep up. There's so many characters.
Okay.
So many
I just wish
waifus.
there's some distinguishing factor in the title that showed it was the same. Tyler, I don't know why they don't call it like Tales. Oh my God, they do
Symphonia,
that, Tyler. Yeah, no.
Veristraza.
What I'm saying is, it's a Tales of. But your question was, is that a part of the Tales of series? Yes, Tales of Arise is a part of the Tales.
What if
of
someone's
series.
listening? They don't know.
Then
Tales
you sound like a bigger idiot if they don't know. Is Tales of Arise, is that a part of the Tales of series?
I'm letting other people know about it.
You're asking the dumb. You're taking the hit.
But wait, Justin.
But
what
wait,
is,
there's more.
is this possibly part of what I've heard of as the Tales of series?
Yes,
Is
Tyler.
Bandai Namco paying
Guess
you?
what the sequel is? Tales of My Ass.
Then we got.
That's usually where Tales are.
So it looks like they spent way more time on this game than they have any other. Let's just hope it's good.
John, please make that game.
Tales of My Ass.
Hairy as shit. We got Borderlands 3. And Borderlands 2 is getting another DLC that launched the other day.
What was it about?
It's to tie it into
a
3.
prequel
It's supposed to
to
explain
3.
why it took so long for 5 years. And it's free. Then another project that would have been really hyped, but we knew was coming because it got leaked like a month ago. Or at least that it was happening, but like the details leaked out the same day as Tales of Arise. Apparently what happened is Bandai Namco updated their site. You know, people are hounding on
Oops,
the
we
code.
put it up, published it too early.
Yeah, Elden Ring. We know nothing. We know a very broad concept. It's going to be...
Open world Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Which,
With Celtic lore.
yeah.
And
Which,
so I'm in.
I mean, as long as the mechanics are there, and when they say open world, I'm wondering how open we're talking.
Well, apparently, this
Are
is
we
the
talking
same.
like
Apparently,
Assassin's Creed
From has a
open?
couple teams now. This is the team they started on it after they finished Dark Souls 3, so they've already had
4 years?
3-ish years. Well, they did DLC, so it's probably 3-ish years. So 3 years of dev time so far. I expect to not see anything from this game until next year. We'll probably get gameplay next year. So, I mean, concept alone, it looks really cool. We know it was a CGI only trailer, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm just sold. I mean, From Software's got a track record so far. They don't have a poopy game, so they pretty much earned that respect of at least buying most stuff day one.
If anything, I would argue is they get better with each game, which is rare nowadays.
John, Sekiro was bullshit. No, I'm kidding. Every game's bullshit.
That's the
they
point.
all have those moments.
That's the
Bullshit.
whole
Can't even with that
point.
bullshit.
But
So-
it's the good type of bullshit.
I don't know, man.
It's the get good bullshit.
Man,
As in get good, or you're going to get good bullshit?
I will say
Both.
I will say the one thing about the best ending of Sekiro, if you want it, that shit, you need a guide. There's no way you would naturally know what to fucking do. Like, there's no way
Really,
unless you
there's
talk.
no like straight and narrow. Like
No,
here's the.
No, at a
good
certain point,
ending.
this is going to happen. You have to collect these 4 tiers, or not 4, like different tiers from these different things. And it's like either you knew because you talked to every NPC in the game, or you were paying attention to everything. Nobody did. There's a guide. Like there's no way you knew what to do. You got to talk to this lady twice, then like rest, then go back and talk. Like there's no like literally
kind of bad sequence.
Like I got it. Yeah, like literally, it's like it was kind of choppy, but it does lead to some cool moments. You get to fight a giant fucking dragon in the land of the gods.
Which land of the gods?
The gods.
I do need to finish that at some point.
I mean, you gotta finish a lot of things.
At a certain point, I mean, you could pretty much end the game like
that's the problem. I could
third of the way through.
End it. Just say okay, I beat it. But I was like, I want to.
You can choose to kill the child and be done. Like,
and I like exploring in that game.
Oh yeah. I love the level design.
I saw a Reddit thread today where apparently there's now a petition for the 100% completion of Cyberpunk 2077 be named a year of breathtaking. So
that's so fucking cringy.
Really?
There's a petition though to have that as the 100% completion
up.
achievement. So, or at least the name of it.
Everyone who's just listened to you make that statement,
can you explain
is dumber for having heard you say that?
Why that phrase?
Because of all the memes and like
with
hype
who?
around with Keanu and the dude in the.
John's about to attack.
I was gonna say John just walked away like.
No,
I was just checking the baseball score. Apparently the Braves came back and won.
Hey!
I just got a text. It's like, oh, they won. I'm like, what? Okay. Phillies, you suck.
But yeah, apparently because of the memes around the heckler saying you're breathtaking and Keanu responding back.
Okay, that.
And
makes
all the memes from it, there's a petition to have that as the name of the final 100% completion achievement.
Okay.
I hope to God it's not.
You never know.
That'd be so cringy.
They could do it, though.
I mean, what else are they going to name it? You won!
They'll make it something else, like the Cyberpunk. I will say the one thing I liked about Keanu's thing is like he went Cyberpunk.
I know
2077.
It's like
then he went Cyberpunk. Like I was like, it's like you
can tell he has to say this, but
I was like, I don't know if he's that passionate about it or what. Like,
I mean, you said yourself, what, like 14, 15 hours worth of just dialogue?
I mean, that doesn't mean he's passionate. That's just a job, boy.
It's a job. I mean, maybe he got really into the story. He says he loves movies.
Gosh, I love movies. I love watching them, and I love making them. Do you know what we're talking about, John?
No.
He was doing a clip of, he was at some speech, somebody clipped that out. He's like, I love movies. And he did this. Gosh, I love movies. Like, he closed his eyes passionately. Like, that's a good clip. Like, that's gosh, I love movies. I like movies. Like,
he's the Cody Walker of celebrities.
Actually,
in terms of that.
We made that, actually, me and Justin at work made a joke that, for some reason, Cody's going to die in the line of duty, and he's going to say, like, hey, tell the new guy, I love movies. Like, I love movies. And he's going to fade away.
Really? That's like the last thing you want someone to know?
That's what he just tells everybody that. He's special. I love movies. Like, I like watching them.
Yeah, usually if he's seen a movie, he'll tell me he's watching it. I always ask him, did you like it? And for the most part, he says yes, but there's some he's like, I don't know. It wasn't really like...
I can't wait for the Avengers. It's coming up. That's like, for the past 8 months, that's what he's been like.
I will say, most movies that have action in them, he'll like, I like it, so...
Well, I mean, action movies are good movies. You can just shut off your brain and just enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, and he's like, oh, I saw that John Wick. He told me, oh, he killed a bunch of people. Like,
how many, Cody?
He's a good guy. I was like, he's going to go to jail. Nah, they can try. That's what he said. They can try. And I was like, that's the 4th John Wick. Like,
I'm not going to jail.
Sir, you've been accused of killing hundreds.
Because he'll watch them online. I told him, you go to prison for that. I will. Like, I was like, if you get caught, he's like, I'm not going to get caught. Like, I was like, I don't know. I'm about to call the police, Cody. Tell them to stake out your house. He went, boy, stop. Like,
no, bring it closer to me.
I want to be heard.
Now that we've had little distraction, let's get to the nitty gritty. The next generation of consoles was officially, well, technically the Switch is kind of it, but
wait, I thought they were talking like Project X Cloud, the console streaming thing.
We're out of it. We're not talking about who gives
No?
a shit. We'll talk about that when we talk about Google Stadia.
I don't care.
We didn't.
It
Cloud-based gaming is not going to work until all the ISPs aren't pieces of shit.
That also reminds me. I saw
that,
a.
and they don't cap us or have a cap
no.
on our limits and throttle and everything else they do.
I
So
saw
cloud-based
a,
gaming is not going to work for
It's like
a
a
while.
Reddit title that said if you were to stream it in 4K like they want you to for the games.
I'm pretty sure
You
most
would
people
go through-
eat
No,
their data easily.
you can get Stadia has a website where it's pretty much a speed test, and I did mine. It's like, oh, you're gonna run 4K 60 FPS, great, and I'm like, I know that's not fucking true. Like I was like,
At this second, sure.
Well, then,
What
no, they're
about for
saying,
the
like-
next 3 hours.
Yeah, I was like, there's
But
no
still,
fucking
they're saying
way,
if the title was pretty much if you had like perfect 4K streaming this game or whatever, you would go through like
Okay,
so many. I think it was like up in the 60s or something gigabytes in like 15 minutes.
yeah.
So,
And part of the other problem with that is like if you're playing a game, there's a lot of times I'll have like a stream or something going on
Yeah.
while I'm playing just because it's like, I like
Like Cyberpunk's gonna be a perfect game for that,
Yeah.
where you like throw up a podcast while you're doing some side quests. The Witcher was perfect for that. Actually, well, this is getting ahead of ourselves. The Witcher's coming to the Switch, and I'm really excited.
get to see some
Because-
Siri ass.
Hell yeah, baby! But like, I don't know. I've been wanting to replay the. I never played the DLC. I played the base game, and I'm like, I'm excited just to kind of play Witcher again.
so you're willing to play another 100 hours to get to the DLC.
Just to
Nah,
see some
I don't know
Siri
about
ass.
that. Like, I might just play it again. I mean, you don't have to do everything in that game. Like, you can just go straight
no.
to the story.
Yeah.
When did they say Witcher 3 was supposed to come out?
I don't know.
I technically owned
Later
The
this
Witcher
year,
3,
right?
never played it.
Was it later this year?
Yeah.
I may
played
just
that.
find my PS4 copy and play that instead.
So they showed Project Scarlet.
A lot of people talking about it. They didn't show shit about it.
They just said it like. I'm sure we're not going to get an official unveil.
I mean, they showed a little bit of Halo gameplay, and by gameplay, as like
just
just more
CGI.
like in-game CGI.
In game, they showed the HUD. We saw no gameplay. The specs of the Scarlet, it seems pretty powerful. Word on the street is the PS5 is a little bit more powerful. That was the whole thing about the PS4 anyway. It was a little bit stronger. I really these
Until
games I know
actually, you put a game in it and see how
Yeah.
it performs. It's kind of like which one's more
Listen,
powerful. It's
I get it.
eh.
Like Xbox is about to do it again. Like, or me and Chad are about to go in on a Scarlet together because I'm not getting burned again, John.
Yeah.
The Xbox One was my Halo 5 machine, and I'm not doing that shit again. I will just, if Chad really wants to, I'll probably get my own Scarlet. Like, I'm hoping. I think we're seeing a better Xbox than we had 5 years ago.
Yes.
So I might give them that, but I've been burned by them before. Like I'm just a battered ex-girl. I'm a battered wife.
You're a battered ex-girlfriend.
I'm coming back. Like I was like, so it's
You
like,
know what? I will say I've probably had my Xbox on more than any of my other consoles.
'Cause
But
you
that's
stream.
because I stream
Yeah.
Twitch and YouTube from it.
Xbox, for the most part, was just a TV watching machine.
that's how they advertised it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they pushed it as a media thing. And I was like, and with my TV, since it's so old, it doesn't have any of the apps, or it's not a smart TV, so it's like, oh, I'll just use my old Xbox as a streaming device for it.
And to go into that, like Halo Infinite,
And I still have the Kinect, so I'll be like, Cortana,
Show me the movie.
Twitch.
we have no idea like how long after 5 Infinite takes place. We know 5 ended with pretty much Halo 5 had such a shitty story, and also that story felt like just the first 10% of a game, because literally that game got distracted from the Chief's like, I gotta go get to Cortana. And it's like, she's a bad guy, Chief. No, she's not. I'm gonna run 10 minutes ahead of you. And then the rest of the game is these 4 people chasing him, and nothing happens, and he gets to Cortana. Oh yeah, I'm really fucking evil. I guess she is evil. We gotta kill her. We fucking told you, dipshit. Like, it's God.
But
That
not Cortana,
that
no.
but did that game just seem like the first act? It did not seem like the second game of a trilogy.
It was definitely...
There was nothing. Like, they were just padding, because I guess they didn't have a full story for a trilogy, is what I was thinking.
You would think. It's like
We
the
knew
second
Cortana
intro.
was evil at the end of
Yeah.
4. Like, you didn't
I
need
didn't.
that. It was really just him in
You didn't even
disbelief.
play it.
It was
No,
just
I
him
already
in
did. I just
disbelief.
played the games.
I mean, 4 was actually good.
4 was... I like the story. I like the Forerunners. The multiplayer was good. 5 had okay multiplayer, but I just couldn't get into it like that. I played the shit out of 4's multiplayer.
The only
Yeah,
Halo
we
I
had fun with
played
that.
was ODST.
Oh,
And I enjoyed the
feel sorry
fire.
for
I
you.
enjoyed
That-
the firefight
Yeah, he
mode.
like the
Yeah,
firefighter was
okay,
good.
Firefight. That's about it.
I will say,
I also had Chad there to play with, so.
I was talking to somebody at work, Halo 5's story would have worked out better if you would have taken out the Chief, and you would have had the premise of that game chase the Chief and just have them show up.
Game mode, chase the Chief.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, they're chasing the Chief.
Can you call it a Halo?
No, but that's
5,
no. Just pretty much make it like an ODST type spinoff.
Okay.
Yeah, they had it was the main team working on it, but it was just a smaller little game. 5 just felt like a very small game.
It felt rushed.
It did. It really fucking did. But that was so fucking hype when they announced that game. Like, Chief with a cloak. It's like, what the fuck is he doing? Then they never incorporated that at all. Apparently, they were sending the Braves victory.
No, he's going upstairs. Hey, can you bring me my beer down? While you're there?
Beer.
Beers are weird.
Beers are weird.
Beers are weird. Beers.
So, Tyler, what did you think about the Halo Infinite trailer?
I didn't really watch it, nor do I care about Halo.
Yeah, you do. You love firefight mode.
Nah.
What if they announced firefight mode returning? Oh!
It never left.
It was inside you all along.
But yeah, no, I don't really care for the lore, story, and all that behind it.
So
I was about to say he only brought me a Coke, but yeah, he brought me my beer, y'all. It's
do you want to give
Pernicious.
Microsoft a grade now or wait till the end?
Pernicious by Wicked.
Are we going to record the grades, I guess?
I don't know.
Tyler, what are you going to give Microsoft?
You got a phone? Put it in your phone. I put my grades in my phone.
I only saw roughly half of Microsoft, but I'd say overall it was either a C+ or a B- for me.
Why that low?
Why that low?
Yeah.
Because I only saw like half the conference, and then what I did see or know about.
I only graded half your work.
I feel like Cyberpunk is giving it the B, but everything else that I saw or know about, C-ish.
So, which half did you see?
First.
That was probably the worst.
It was probably up to or right before they announced Scarlet, I guess.
That was the end.
That's the end.
Then yeah, no, I don't care. I saw about an hour of their hour and 47-minute conference.
So
you a damn idiot, boy.
Write down.
You drinking water? That's not healthy.
Put your grade in your phone somewhere.
Please,
Why?
cut that clip. No, I mean I can write down the grades.
Well, I'm just saying that way we have a reference at the end. Because when I was going through this and taking notes, I wrote grades for each one. It's like, and basically what I gave Microsoft, because I thought they had a very well put together conference for once, A-.
Okay.
But I dinged them because there were no surprises, and it was not one of those conferences like...
Was it no surprises because
yes.
either he told you about the leaks or you saw the leaks yourself?
Well, I mean, partial because of leaks, and even if they weren't leaked, I'd be kind of like, oh, it's neat, but it's not something that excites me. But for, as a whole, as a conference of like, game, they did it very well. So it was like...
Yeah, game, but how much gameplay?
A fair amount, depending which game.
And how much
so
of it was
you giving them,
pre-rendered?
John?
I figured A- just because they actually put together a fairly good conference for an hour, 40 plus minutes of they were pretty much on top of it. Game. They weren't like sitting like on their hands like, we're going to talk about this game for 5 minutes. I'm like, no, they just showed you what... even if it's just a trailer, it's like they're showing something other than
now. Here's something that I guess I'm gonna have to get off.
Here's something we think you'll really enjoy.
This was Microsoft's to lose. Like as far as they're concerned, nobody else's competition. Nintendo does their own thing. They didn't have Sony, and I just feel like Microsoft had this thing of, well, if they're not gonna play their hand, we don't either. Like they had no surprises. Like an E3 needs a surprise to me, and I know some of the stuff got leaked out. But I still feel like we knew about the George R.R. Martin thing.
Well, I was going to say, wasn't it a surprise for you, referring back either to last year or a couple years ago, where they had like the whole state, like whole wherever they were presenting at, turned black, and then you'd see like Crash's like feet or whatever.
That was Sony's.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a surprise. That was a surprise. Like
the biggest surprise Microsoft did, and they sort of did it last year. Was like, oh, they're showing like Japanese JRPGs. So that was kind of the
yeah. So like, there's some certain highlights, but there's like, I just didn't feel like it was a strong conference overall. Like, yes, it's got a good smorgasbord of games, but nothing felt like huge, like real to me, and it had some big lulls.
Nothing challenged them to go above and beyond, but I felt.
Like, I'd say, actually, up until, like, Cyberpunk and Battletoads, it went into a long lull. Like, yeah, Dragon Ball was in the middle of there, but literally it's like, who cares until Project Scarlet and Elden Ring, honestly. And Tales of Arise, I guess. But yeah, like...
It's one of those things, they're showing off games that some people care about, but we don't. And that's where I'm kind of getting the idea.
I mean, I'm
someone loves fights.
Spoiler alert, Ubisoft spent a fucking long time on Tom Clancy. They don't give a goddamn about Tom Clancy. Let's just say
that's Ubisoft when they put it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying there's a bad way to present it, and Microsoft didn't present it bad. Even though they had all these games
honestly, I hate to do this, John. I'm gonna agree with Tyler. C+.
Okay.
I went with my phone.
I figured they could do a lot worse and not get a
I
C+.
might be C+, B minus.
Like I said, with my phone grade here that I put in, I give him essentially the benefit of the doubt based off his like presentation stance. I put it as B minus.
I just figure it's like
I'm
they
putting
could've-
C+.
There have been many years Microsoft has presented worse crap than this.
A lot.
Well, let's move on to the next crock of shit.
Now-
Bethesda.
Please welcome Phil Spencer as our
Now that
guest.
was a dumpster fire.
All right.
Which one, Bethesda?
Yo,
Yes.
it's Bethesda. We fucked up. You know what we should do? Yo, let's open up with a mobile port to the Switch. That's how we... Oh, by the way, let's get this thing... So we all understand Bethesda paid for that crowd, right?
Probably.
Yep.
I did not see it.
no,
I
no,
heard
no,
about
no,
what
no,
happened.
Paid
there's-
for
there's-
the one hype.
That one dude's like, woo! Just announce it. We killed that guy's mom. Woo! Everything they said, like, you could tell that guy was just doing it for the joke. But their crowd, like, they cheered at all the little announcements. Like,
Yep.
people were hyped out of their goddamn mind when they announced NPCs are coming to Fallout 76.
Which a lot of people
But
do
it's-
like, but you're not
No,
gonna...
no, no, no,
You're
no,
not
no.
gonna... If you're there, you're not gonna do that.
This should have been in. Not everybody's gonna, like, crowd, like, roar and, like, they're fixing everything.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
like,
everybody's
they-
like, we've moved on and
Yeah,
too
they-
late.
they,
Like I'm saying, people probably like that's coming to the game, but if you were there in the audience
That,
that still like it, you're not gonna do that.
that whole...
That's still like a year too late.
So, yeah, they announced Fallout Scrolls... Never mind, Elder Scrolls. Fallout Scrolls Blade Switch. Cool. Apparently you can switch between them too. I'm sorry, I stopped playing Blades after a week. I got bored. I'm sorry, like, literally for a mobile game, if you can't hold my attention for like the first week, I'm out. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll
We gotta
forget
get
about
you
you.
Candy Crush.
Nope. I tried it. I didn't like it that much. Then they detailed Fallout 76 Year 2, which I do like their idea for a Battle Royale. It's a little bit unique. I'm not touching Fallout 76.
I hate the idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, well, I like
I don't
making,
want-
like, fortified turrets
With
and all
the
that.
Fallout engine? No, I don't want a battle
You-
royale with that
You
engine.
think it'll be buggy?
Yes. Buggy
Oh, well,
and
shit.
crappy.
I think it looks funny.
I mean, if that's the case, then sure, but it's like, if you, for a battle royale, like, no.
Don't get me wrong. The best Battle Royale is still Tetris.
Yes,
Tetris
probably.
in general.
Yeah,
Tetris 99.
Tetris Royale.
Puyo
Yeah.
Tetris.
Tetris 99.
Okay.
I love Tetris 99. I played it the other day. I was like just playing it. Then okay, so Keanu won Hearts over at the Microsoft.
Okay.
The woman who presented during Ghostwire Tokyo, like she was very energetic.
Oh, that's what it's for.
She's the second one that won people over. Like she's like
That
really
was the
energetic.
only highlight, probably, of Bethesda.
And yeah, because like it's like some really interesting concept. Like it's CGI only, but it's Mikami's game, who's original creator of Resident Evil. He did Evil Within 1 and 2. I never played the second Evil Within, so at first I thought they were about to announce Evil Within 3, but apparently Evil Within 2 concludes the story. I didn't
It
know
does.
that. I never played it.
But it doesn't stop them from making something with
Yeah,
the engine.
When I
So they're doing-
saw the clip from her and her saying
You saw it.
spooky, I was
Yeah.
thinking, is she talking about fucking Luigi's Mansion?
Nope. Well,
Because I didn't see the conference. I only saw the clip.
okay,
I saw
so
this Japanese lady saying spooky. Oh, it's Luigi Man.
that's Nintendo. That's a Nintendo motherfucker. I've ever seen one.
Then I was thinking to myself, like, why would they have her doing that when that was all in
But
like,
also-
a direct style?
Also, I was like, I think I put it in the chat. I was like, so the people behind this game have never seen Left Behind, huh? There's like Left Behind if demons were left too, like because it's like everybody's clothes, everything's left but the clothes. I was like, that's Left Behind the movie. Like I was like,
I was thinking more like the Thanos snap. It was like,
oh, that's
snap,
well,
snap,
John.
snap,
Left
disappear.
Behind came first.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever.
it didn't, but Thanos was probably original. But I just remember, well, I went to a Christian school and those books were like. In the library, but like okay,
What
so
to
I'm
expect when
no. They said
the
you can like
rapture.
we had to get parents' permission to read these books because it shows the
Radical
rapture.
ideas.
Yeah, it's like well, no, it's just like the rapture and all that, and it's like yeah, because some people are like, well, you don't know how the thing's gonna go, and apparently, I've never looked up how that series ends. There's like 12,000 books, so
For what?
the Left Behind series.
Oh,
That sounds like a series your mom would have read.
I'm sure she has one of the books.
Everybody has the
somewhere.
first one. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
used it as a doorstop. Like, so after that, they went to Elder Scrolls Online, which has a new expansion, which is like the only like positive Elder Scrolls news they had.
People are still playing the game. You know, when I played Elder Scrolls when it came out, it was fun, but it was just one of those. It's like I'm not an MMO person, so it takes a lot to grab me.
Everyone went back to WoW, probably. If they even went back to WoW.
Went back to WoW, and actually, what I think killed it is that's when they got Final Fantasy 14 right.
Yeah.
Because, like, Final Fantasy 14 came out and sucked, then Elder Scrolls Online came on, and they rebooted. I still love how they redid Final Fantasy 14. You know how they did it?
How they do it.
There's an entire cinematic. All this bullshit we built,
Boom!
God just said, done. Like, that's over, rebuilt the world. That's why it's called a Realm Reborn. They literally just said, fuck everything. They restarted the world. I was like, they didn't have to do that shit either, so.
Yeah.
That was cool. I mean, so if you play Elder Scrolls Online, fuck it. A lot of people are mad at the next game was that mobile game of Commander Keen.
That was like 10 minutes too long.
Yeah, they talked about this mobile game for far too long. I get it. And also, people are really mad that, like, for, what's their company? Project Id's first, like, game, this is what they're using his IP for, their IP for.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, yeah, but they're not going to... Listen,
full-blown game, but...
Of Commander Keen. Like, yeah, they could do, like, a little platformer, like, I mean, Ukulele's doing... I mean, that got premiered before, and we could talk about their Nintendo. Because that was on their own thing, but goddamn, I'm really looking forward to Ukulele and the Impossible Lair. I watched that gameplay yesterday.
This game's been on everything.
Elder Scrolls Legends? What? Commander Keen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you never heard of Commander Keen?
No, I've heard of it. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard this.
I've
Like,
never
why are
played
they
it.
saying this is on
I've
mobile?
never played it. I've only seen gameplay. Elder Scrolls Legends coming out. It's a card game. Computer card game. I don't care.
Speaking of,
my card online game started and ended with Hearthstone.
Speaking of,
what about Hearthstone, Tyler?
On Reddit today, there was only a screenshot of Steam. The title was something like Steam said they would like be a big player in the online card game scene, or just they might kill Hearthstone.
What was it called? Artifact or something?
It was called Artifact, and I'm assuming either on Twitch or somewhere else it was like number of streamers or viewers watching each one. Artifact has 0. Hearthstone had about 13,000. So,
okay.
All I'm saying is Steam said, "Oh, this will be the card game killer of the other card games," or something like that.
It's like the whole battle royale thing. It's like it's saturated with cards. The card market game.
That's it. Like there's Lord of the Rings one. Nobody gives a shit.
Witcher, Gwent.
I was gonna say Gwent. I think has at least some followers. Still,
Witcher worked because it was inside.
It was in the game, and
yeah.
they just elaborated, which people were like, "Okay, that works."
Yeah, but I don't think it's played that much.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying like it's a huge thing. I'm just
like
saying it still has
when
a
they
following
announced
somewhere.
Gwent, I was really fucking scared they were going to do the card game from Final Fantasy IX. I was like, don't do that, Square. You're greedy as shit. You're going to do it. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It came out in the last few days that Square is also looking into their own game streaming service.
Everybody is.
And I'm like, God damn it.
Say it like a Japanese guy from South Park.
God damn!
Which at some point, it's like, okay, streaming, it's like, okay, who's going to have the better stream pass, whatever they want to call it?
You know who is?
Twitch Prime.
Us. On the off-topic streaming service. You can stream
off my dick.
Damn.
My dick is Wi-Fi enabled.
It probably is as much porn as you watch.
Hey.
It's an access point.
I mean, it's a big enough antenna.
Don't worry. The antenna only goes up every few hours, so your service is varied.
So they announced Rage 2 DLC.
Yep.
Have you yet to play Rage 2?
Yep.
Also, according to somebody on the Mega 64 podcast, Dr. Ryan, there's only like 6 missions in that game.
6 types?
No, there's only like 7 or 8 main missions, and there's all this side stuff. But he said it really is like the only like 6 variants. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed syndrome.
Okay.
So I'm like,
I mean,
man,
that's kind of the problem with most open world games. You can only do so much.
What about New Vegas?
I mean, that's
in a way you're like, go here, kill this, or pick up this item, bring it back.
Well, I mean, I feel like most people didn't play it for the missions, though, from what I've heard or seen.
Well, yeah, that's because there's a story and a world involved with that.
Have you boys ever wanted to kill Nazis in VR? Because you can now.
In Wolfenstein, what was it?
Cyberpilot.
Okay.
They actually announced 2, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, we knew about Youngblood.
I totally forgot about
Youngblood. Was like announced last
because
year.
I don't care about Wolfenstein.
It was like a big expansion.
This
DLC.
is like the third one.
I think it started out as like a DLC, but it's actually going to be like one of those, you know, like Uncharted had that big DLC that they released standalone. It's going to be like that, I think. Then they announced Deathloop, which is from the people who did motherfucking...
Say the name of the company.
I can't remember.
I didn't write it down.
Arcane. Arcane, what they do?
I
Fuck.
didn't write
It looks interesting. I mean, I'm down for it.
No, it looked interesting. It was definitely cool.
And then the last
Thief
thing,
Loop.
yeah, Thief
No.
Loop.
That's what I spelled
And the
out.
last thing they showed was gameplay of Doom Eternal. Like I mean, I wanted to see gameplay. Like they didn't really.
Arcane Lion.
Bethesda has their own game streaming called Orion.
John, I don't give a shit.
I told you everybody had their
I
own
know.
streaming, which is like.
Justin, this says Arcane Lion's new game. I don't know.
Yeah, Arcane.
But what other game did they do?
I don't know.
Click on them.
I know.
Click them.
So-
Click it, bitch.
Dishonored. That's right.
That's it.
Okay, so yeah.
Because remember when they said the other world, the outer world in the Xbox conference, I thought that was Dishonored people because I figured it's been not long, but it's been enough time. So I mean, Deathloop looks pretty cool. You're like this guy and girl, and I think you're hunting each other from what I'm not hunting, but you're trying to assassinate each other. I mean,
They were
in a
founded
way,
in 99.
Yeah,
too.
I know. It's definitely an interesting concept. It's like neat.
it seems like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith the game.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
but they didn't show gameplay, so it's like
No, it
okay.
I mean, it's kind of like Tokyo. Like, they're just saying, here's some concept. We'll
Yeah.
probably see gameplay next year. And knowing Bethesda, we'll probably see gameplay and it'll launch next year. Because I remember Dishonored did that. Like, here we're announcing it, and then next year gameplay. Yeah, it's this fall. So
yeah,
this,
that studio is
pro-
pretty good.
one of these two, either Deathloop or Ghostwire Tokyo, will probably come out next year because Bethesda probably doesn't have anything for next year.
Unless they're trying, I don't know.
There's
I
no-
figure they're trying to push to get something on Scarlet next year as a
yeah, it'll
launch
probably be
title.
one of these because they didn't really announce the consoles. Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming anytime soon.
No.
We'll probably see the first gameplay next year, but we won't. That thing is like 2021 earliest.
Yes.
Yeah, Doom Eternal, like they didn't have to show much gameplay, but boy oh boy, I can't wait for Doom Eternal.
I mean,
Doom
the whole
2016.
them and the dash and the just climbing stuff.
It's
is
like everything.
perfect.
Like now it's like oh my god, I can't wait to play it. It looks so great. I don't know. I love Doom 2016 so much so like nowadays I don't go back and play most modern games. I said on the podcast a few weeks ago I played like 4 or 5 hours over the other day because I was just bored and looking at games I wanted to play again. Doom 2016. So like I don't go back and play modern games that often.
I mean,
I'm ready for some more Doom. Like it's just fun. Like it's just
Doom
fun.
2016 is probably one of the few games we'll look down the line and be like, that's a classic game that holds up.
Yep, it does. Like I mean, I played it 3 years later. Not
And the
3
fact
years
that
yet.
Doom Eternal had it, what was it called? It was almost, I forgot the mode they called.
Oh, where you get to play. You can play as the
Either
demons.
you play as one of two demons or you play as the Slayer, which
Yeah.
actually looks fun.
Yeah.
Because as
So-
the demon, you're like summoning little hordes of demons that attack, or you're just the powerful Slayer just rampaging through the
So
stuff.
since I went last time, I'll go first this time.
Can we just give him an F and move on?
No, because that's
D
not fair
minus,
to Doom
D
Eternal,
minus.
John, and Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop are good concepts. Everything.
Let's
else
just give
can
it
go
D
fuck
for
itself.
Doom and Deathloop.
I will give it Bethesda.
Didn't watch it, so I really have no real opinion. But
We just
All right,
talked
Tyler,
about it.
We
What's your
talked about it.
thing?
Like what?
I mean, I heard y'all talking about it, but
What are you going to
I
give it,
didn't
Tyler?
see the game again.
We
D,
really don't.
D for Doom and Deathloop. There we go.
All right,
Give him the D.
Always.
John. What are you going to get? Well, I'll go first. Shit, man. I don't want to give it a. If I give them a C minus, then I feel like I need to bump up Microsoft.
Exactly.
Just give him the D.
I'm not just going to give them a D. I'm going to give them a D plus.
At least it's some kind of D.
They only got a D plus just because Ghostwire and Doom were in there.
Because I got some. I mean, yeah, like man, Doom's almost deserving of a C on itself, is what I'm saying, man.
You know what? I give Bethesda F plus. You know what? You didn't get a flat out 0 because Doom and Ghostwire saved your stupid conference. Because otherwise, you wasted our time.
Yeah. So Devolver did their usual troll. What are we at time?
Hour 3.
Okay.
Devolver I did watch.
Yeah, they kind of have their own fun thing to do. I did like that one. It's like a battle royale, but you're surviving the platforming challenge. It's kind of like Wipeout. I did like that. That's gonna be a fun game, I think.
Didn't they announce like a weird multi-game
Hold on, which one?
pack or a game that has a bunch of different games in it?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
You're all those colorful little creatures. and you
Yeah.
go through- I just think it's like a battle royale / Wipeout. Like you're just doing
Yeah.
platforming challenges. So.
It reminded me of either some other game or some other like little short thing I've seen before.
It looked like Human Fall Flat.
Yeah,
that's probably what I'm thinking of. But
Or Gang Beasts, you might know it as.
well, no, like yeah. But I'm saying maybe the characters
And those
wise,
games
but
are fun as fuck.
the character wise, yeah. But I'm saying like the game, like gameplay wise, I feel like I've seen
Fall
something.
Guys or something.
I don't know. It seemed familiar, but not at the same time.
So we're not going to rank Devolver because they're doing like
they're their own thing.
They even ripped off the Switch sound effect, like the host killed people, like you know what I'm saying, like it's just like a troll thing. They just know like, hey, you know, it's probably a tax write off to have like a conference thing. So they're probably let's have fun with it. We're announcing 3 little digital games. I mean,
they probably did better in Bethesda.
I mean, they have
EA.
fun. I mean, they have Gato Roboto. Also, I did say it wrong. It is Gato, as in. That for some reason, for some reason I was like, I don't know why I thought that. When listening back, I was like, why did I say that? Like,
but one game for sure I'm excited, if I don't ever get to play it, be watched, is my friend Pedro from them. It's like parkour shooting action.
Yeah, Nintendo showed that off in their indie thing too. I was like, it looks fun. I mean, Devolver usually has like
they
fun
announced it
games.
last year too, but
they usually have fun little games.
I will say, of the like big 3, maybe 4 they announced, I want to at least see Carrion played.
Devolver's mainly a publisher. They just like pick up smaller indie studios and like they'll publish and give it marketing and stuff.
But I mean, they also have
and they have like SteamWorld Dig too, right? That's like their big thing. Like
they also have Devolver Bootleg.
Yeah. Wasn't that their multi-pack game thing?
Yeah, it was. Go to Steam now, buy our client, then you can. The way they phrased it, I felt like they said buy our client and then buy the game, but buy our client, then you can play up to 8 games that are like these other games, but they aren't.
Okay, so the next major thing was the PC gaming show, which I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch.
Didn't watch that.
I literally watched like the trailers.
Wait, hold on. Are we gonna give a grade for Devolver?
No, no. And just like PC gaming show, we really don't show. I mean, of all the things they showed off, I mean, Chivalry 2. I played a little bit of the first one.
I own Chivalry. I didn't really ever play it that much, but I loved the way it looked.
I watched a lot of people play it back in the day.
So what's the hook with Chivalry 2? Like
siege
pirates?
Weapons.
What was it?
Oh, adding like actual.
I mean, I don't know.
That's vehicles.
That's my guess, but I don't know. I didn't watch it.
If it's not, be like, hey, we got a new idea.
We need some fucking trebuchets up in here.
Oh well, according to this comment, the devs pretty much abandoned the first game years ago, and they said, "Yep, left it full of bugs and ridiculous attack pattern exploits."
Yep.
So pretty much proceed with caution. If this doesn't do well, they'll just abandon it again. So never mind. The only thing that I got out of this conference was Shenmue 3, baby. Here we go. It's coming this year. I don't care what's dropping. Like it's coming out before Pokemon. That I'm gonna have to balance that Pokemon and Shenmue. Like I'm so excited for Shenmue. I'm supposed to get that Yu Suzuki art in soon. I hope. I can't remember. I saw it. I got an email about it.
Was it signed?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the signed package.
I paid a lot of money.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. We're getting like Shenmue stuff soon. We're supposed to get Bloodstain stuff actually released soon.
Bloodstain's like out in 2 weeks.
Oh,
I think Bloodstain actually drops on the day of our inventory, so at least I got that to look forward to about going home that day. Like,
yeah, boy.
So yeah, I mean Shenmue 3. They showed some more gameplay. In fact, when Tyler was getting Taco Bell, I was watching somebody doing gameplay of it. Tomar from Oni Plays is a voice. He voices a character. He races turtles.
Damn his NDA.
No, I mean, what? They released the clip online. He just said, "Hey, this is me."
No, I'm saying like he couldn't say it beforehand. Damn his NDA.
Yeah, who's gonna say, "Hey, I'm in this game"? Like, no.
I might.
Oh, they did announce Auto Chess is getting its own. Dota is cloning it, and they're gonna release it to iOS and
Auto
stuff.
Chess?
You ever heard of Dota Auto Chess?
No.
What?
I've heard of
That's
Dota.
have you not seen this on Twitch?
Have you not seen how Dota has higher numbers all of a sudden?
No.
Pretty much like like they let you make your own modes. Somebody made Auto Chess, and now they're officially making it. And actually, you didn't see where I posted it when the League of Legends they're doing.
I mean, if you did, I didn't watch the video.
League of Legends is basically making their own. It's called Team Fight Tactics. It's basically like just watch some game. It's really hard to explain. Like
just literally go on Twitch and
like people are playing it. Like it's really addictive. In fact, like it's one of those like if 2018 was the year like other pros like for people in League, I know for sure were addicted to Fortnite, like playing that like in between games. Like Auto Chess has been like this past years.
Okay.
And like
I might watch.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, like I might play the League one if it turns out okay. Like, apparently they're integrating with the client and stuff, so I mean, it's like
I
a
was
new
gonna
game
say,
mode.
I'm pretty sure like most streamers have at least streamed this at some point.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
I don't.
Don't watch it.
Most of the time,
Twitch
I
now.
don't log in.
it's not even
if
like
I do.
it's not. You're not even playing. You're not playing Dota. It's using the Dota models, and you're playing against. You're against 8 other people, or you are one of 8.
Playing chess.
Essentially, kind of like
Backgammon.
it's a little. It's a unique concept.
Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out.
So, I mean, in Baldur's Gate 3.
A lot of people were...
Yeah, that got leaked, but I mean, shit, man, that was their big...
19 years later, we get a Baldur's Gate sequel.
I mean, people were still hyped because the Baldur's games were good.
They were. They are.
They were never good. No.
I didn't play them, but I've heard good views.
They're getting remastered for Switch, at least.
Let's remaster them, and then drop the third one right after.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play them.
Y'all ready to move on to this one?
Are you going to rank?
No. I said we're not ranking the PC Gaming Show.
Why not?
Because it's kind of like a collection of trailers. It's not like one like major company.
Okay.
All right. And plus, they're never gonna... If they were going to be big games, they'd probably be in another conference. Unless they really are PC exclusive. But I will say, Alan will rate this PC Master Race out of 10. So... All right, so we're moving on to Ubisoft.
I doubt Alan listens to this.
He doesn't, but Ubisoft. Here we go. Watch Dogs Legion /3. We knew this was coming
again.
Yeah, well, at least the title leaked, and I will give Ubisoft this. It leaked out, and then later that day they just straight up like, yeah, here's the title. Like, they said, yeah, you'll see it at E3. Like I thought, like we just knew like the setting and stuff. They just pretty much. I like how they kind of did that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course we're gonna show Watch Dogs 3.
I will say this: Helen is OP.
I will say this: I finally played Watch Dogs 2, and while it has some improvements over the first game, that game has control issues that are just it just feels clunky. I just don't like the control of the character, and that's one thing I never liked about the first game. I was like, it just feels like the worst of open world Ubisoft's ever been, and I was like, Legion, I'm not getting a day one. I will wait. Like I said, I got Watch Dogs 2 when it was on a PS Plus sale the other day for like $7.99. By the other day, I mean like a month ago, and like.
Well, that is technically the other day.
So, I mean, it's got a nice little gimmick. Gimmick.
I love Donkey's, you can be an old grandma, and then...
I'm sorry, that kind of won me over, seeing the grandma NPC, like, try to take out people. That was
the
fun.
funniest the funniest moment for me with the grandma NPC was her jumping that barricade.
Yeah.
It was like...
Yeah. My thing, I mean, that's what they're going for, and that gimmick kind of seems like something like. I'm sorry, it seems like.
It is a gimmick, but it might be an interesting gimmick that works.
But this almost seems like a gimmick that would work better in like a new Saints Row, which I want another Saints Row, god damn it.
Oh yeah, that would be much better, but with this, it's like you can get attached to your NPCs.
And they did.
I
mean, I do like that concept of permanent. I know that you're getting people, and I was like, okay. And it's actually, I don't know. I'm not... They spent a lot of time on that, by the way. Like, that was like 15 minutes of their conference.
That could have been shorter.
Let me fucking tell you, the first, like... I think I put it in chat. Like, the first, like, 20 minutes of this conference were so slow that you got this, and then you got Mac from Always Sunny coming in and advertising his new show, and he spent 5 minutes on it, and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is this conference? I was like, I get it. Watch Dogs is their big thing, and that's all they really had, except for... Actually, let me tell you right now. After Watch Dogs 3, we can skip to the fucking end. So all I care, because that it became the Tom Clancy hour. Oh, sorry, we had Just Dance mixed in.
Technically, they threw in what was it, the Brawlhalla Adventure Time?
Yeah, I mean that's cool.
Which was neat. It was like, oh, Adventure Time's not quite dead yet.
Yeah, so you got that. Rainbow Six Siege is getting.
More DLC.
More DLC. Cool. Like, that's like the only like Tom Clancy thing that I see being successful.
It's actually interesting because they're like in their 4th or 5th year.
Yeah.
And it's still going.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, Chad played it.
Still plays it.
Mystic Quest, it seems like it's another show where they're trying to incorporate games, except at least where they're partnered with Ubisoft now, so like the game part of the show doesn't look like shit. Like, so I'm like, maybe, that won't be too bad. I mean, plus it's got, Charlie Day executive producing, and Max actually in it. Rob's his name. Sorry, I don't know why I keep calling about his character name. After that, Ghost Recon Breakpoint introduced the third character of E3 that people give a shit about.
Shane.
Nope.
Oh.
Bam Bam the dog.
Yeah, you're right.
The dog, like
screw Shane.
There really is like an image of those three, like the people that made the stages. It's like the dog, Keanu, and that woman. I forget her name, but it's like it's like these three. It's like why can't we get a game of these three? Like, Elite Squad. What the fuck was that?
That was the mobile game. That had Sam Fisher in it.
Yeah. What the fuck? No. What the fuck, Ubisoft?
Yeah.
It was leaked. Where the fuck is Splinter Cell?
Yep.
That was the only... I thought that was going to be the big hook. We're making Splinter Cell. So you're not making Splinter Cell? What the fuck are you doing? Like,
we're taking a beloved character and throwing him in a mobile game.
Yeah, that's like... I took that. I was like, okay, yeah, they're throwing a nod because we're going to see Splinter Cell. But then when they didn't do it, I was like,
nope.
That's it? Like, I was like, fuck you, Ubisoft. Like, Jesus Christ.
No,
like,
Ubisoft fucks you.
Yeah, pretty much. And at least they're going with the troll. They know they're Just Dance performances. Nobody likes it, but they're doing it every year because they know they got to at this point. If they stopped, it would feel weird.
It was at least nice enough. It's like, okay, here's our 3 minutes in and out done.
And For Honor is still getting DLC, even though, like, do you remember, like, the thing was, like, less than, like, 100 players were playing it, like, 6 months later?
Isn't that combined on everything?
Yeah, and I was like, how is it still... But it did go free to play, so maybe it got some audience, or maybe that's, like, a last-ditch effort. Then there's Rainbow Six Quarantine. I don't give a shit. Literally, I was like,
Well, I mean, the Rainbow Six Quarantine is actually a PvE type game. They didn't show anything. They just it was kind of almost for a second. It was almost like a Resident Evil-ish monster game. I'm like, oh wait, it's PvE. I'm like, maybe it might be interesting. Who knows?
In terms of shit I actually care about, like straight up, you could skip to
the Division movie on Netflix.
Yeah, they showed 2 streaming service bullshit thing. Like, all right, so the Division Year 2. Don't give a shit about the Division. I'm sorry. First game was not good. I haven't heard all the praise of the second game. I heard it's better than the first. The first was dog shit. So
the problem with this game is you need a squad. It feels like to.
That's not what I look for in games. Like I was like, there's some games that I do, and some games I like to chill to myself. Like, so these looter shooters, they really aren't for me. Like, I feel like if me and Chad were in sync and played Destiny at the same time, I might be a Destiny head like him too. I'm not. So they showed that. They played some Uplay bullshit. And this
15 a month, and they're teaming up with Stadia.
Go to hell. So this got leaked, unfortunately, but it's got a really cool concept. Roller Champions.
Wasn't this actually tech demo, and some people were streaming this?
Yeah, but but that's why it was supposed to be like a private alpha.
Yeah,
and some details got leaked. But it actually had a free demo right now. Actually,
oh really?
The 10th to the 14th, so it ends tomorrow. But I just I'm into it. Like, it's a nice little concept. It's like roller derby with a little bit more and like more into it. You could tell this like the game they're trying to hook the Fortnite crowd. You know what I'm saying? It's got that feel, the graphics.
So basically, what the hell is that?
Like, you can tell they're gonna sell skins and shit. Like, I feel like they're trying to gain it without making their own battle royale.
What's the game where you're playing as cars, shooting goals?
Twisted Metal?
No, the game they released.
Rocket League. Yeah.
That's what it basically is.
I thought that was literally shooting goals. I was like, so then they moved into Gods and Monsters, and kids, when I told you Breath of the Wild influenced a shit ton,
you never told me this.
Look at that game.
Definitely art style wise.
It's Breath of the Wild with Greek mythology or something like that.
It's Breath of the Wild mixed with Kid Icarus. Like, it almost seems like. And concept alone, I like it. It's the people that made the Egyptian Assassin's Creed, which actually makes me feel better that they're not they're letting those teams go to other things and not stuff.
You're chained to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
anymore.
you're like, so pretty much. There's 2 major teams. You're each going to take 2 years to make a game. You're going to basically be the Call of Duty. That means they're going to let them do other shit. And I'm like, good Ubisoft, like good.
That's actually supposed to come out in February, and they didn't show anything about it.
Yeah, that makes me think it's probably going to be a little game. I bet you they're still making the next Assassin's Creed. It's just like a small little side project they've been making on the side for a few years. So, we come to the end of Ubisoft. And don't get me wrong, God's Monster did look interesting. Like, I'll definitely, unless like it is not anything like it looks like.
But those last 2 games can't save that conference.
No. You liked the beginning at least. I really didn't give a shit about Watch Dogs 3.
I only like Watch Dogs 3 just because Helen, just the grandma kind of say. Because honestly, at first, Watch Dogs was like, I'm done with it. I don't care. But it's like it's like the permadeath thing was enough of a twist. It's like, I'll look at you, but I'm probably not going to play you right away.
God damn it. Y'all, listeners, I know it's mostly our friends.
F-, really.
Most of our friends, like, you have no goddamn clue how hyped. I know you were hyped, but me and Tony were hyped out of our goddamn minds for Watch Dogs 1.
I was pretty hyped.
And then we get
because it was fuck the government, or
no,
it's just a little bit like what they all promised. Yeah.
It looked so good, and it had such a fluidity in gameplay that it was like, this is next gen gaming, and it's not. It's just a big poop pile on the table.
Tony got it on PC. Tony got it on PC. We played it that first day. I played it on PS4. We're talking. We're kind of like, yeah, and then like I think I said it on the second day, or me and Tony was like, it's not that good, man. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like bait and switch. Like, I was like,
this is a crappy GTA with hacking. Yeah.
This is why I don't buy games.
Yeah, my boy. Yeah, my boy.
Well, I mean, you've kind of.
I don't play them either, but still.
But you also miss out on the good gems out there.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, I mean, you could also hear what's good, then you can wait for a price drop.
I ain't got time.
That's kind of what I do now. Like, I know there's the games I'm gonna get anyway, but it's like, I wait off on some games now. There was a time where I used to get like every new release that I wanted.
Yeah, but we did that mostly because Amazon was like, here, 20% off. Like, oh, okay. So it'll be cheaper if I just get it now and I'll play it eventually.
So now I'm like, unless I'm going to play it in the next like...
If you're not playing within the first week or even the first month.
I was going to say month. Like if I'm
then there's no point of getting it.
Just like Horizon. I didn't bother getting it 2 years ago because it came out 3 years before Breath of the Wild. And
that was still a
remind
really
me
good
about
game.
that at the end of this, because we're going to talk about something else that I told Chad I made a discovery about why Horizon is just cursed for me. Just say, what's the Horizon curse?
Female protagonist?
No, I'm not reading.
A ginger protagonist?
So yeah, let's grade...
Multi-bow?
Let's grade Farty Soft. Oh, also,
Farty-soft?
The guy who played Matt pronounced Ubisoft wrong. He said Ubisoft. Or he said Ubisoft. It's like, that's not...
I mean, I've always said Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. I mean, you could tell it was like just not how people usually pronounce it. So, Tyler, what you going to give the boys?
Didn't see it. So, I mean, I'm just going to go middle of the road C.
So, I mean, like...
That's your life right there.
You saw the grandma playing... You liked the...
I saw that through a donkey video, so that's all I know of it.
So, did you think it was funny? Like, do you like...
I mean, the grandma doing the...
Yeah.
I still can't get over her jumping the barricade, but...
So, what you doing with little boys? C's? Okay.
I'm gonna just put it... I'm again, didn't really see the comments. That's all I know of it that I actually
saw.
saw.
Tyler has been... actually, I'm probably the most negative probably overall. John gave an A- and an F+, so he probably averages
Evens
probably
out.
around like a C+. I'm a D+ and a C+, so I'm like probably C-.
Well, I might challenge you on that because I'm giving Ubisoft F-.
John gives it an F-.
Even with the Watch Dogs, the Helen or whatever.
That kept it from like complete zero because Helen and
okay, let me look at this piece of shit.
Between Helen and I would say between Roller Champions and Gods and Monsters, I was like, that was just a train wreck.
Let me tell you why this was a train wreck. They didn't really show anything game wise because everything else they showed outside of Watch Dogs 3, Just Dance 2020. And whatever the fuck Elite Squad was, I don't give a shit.
Oh, how was the...
And Roller Champions and Gods and Monsters. Everything was just DLC or expansions.
Or
there was nothing
live
new.
Stream or streaming service.
But I'm saying, like, nothing was like, there's no new game.
Between
and
them and Bethesda, it's like, why'd you even have a conference?
Oh, how was the performance for Just Dance?
I tuned the fuck out. They had the panda back, though. I was on my phone looking at Twitter during that part.
What
I looked
song were they doing it to?
They did Video Killed My Mom.
No.
I don't remember.
That Fall Out Boy song or something?
Hold on, let me just click the Reddit.
Centuries?
Thread. Yeah, no, that was
last year, wasn't it?
They did. You gotta have high hopes.
Okay, so it was Panic at the Disco.
Whatever.
I will say last year's performance, in my opinion, from whatever they pre-recorded into it, that's all I really like. The pre-recorded part.
How the people went like out the alleyway to inside. The fact that you judge these performances, you're part of the problem, Tyler. Like,
I only really like the pre-recorded part, but still,
I figured you would ding him because Aisha Taylor didn't come back.
You know what?
Aisha Tyler.
You know what I will give them? I will give them this. Just Dance 2020 is still coming out for the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
Like I will give
Oh.
them. Yeah, it is on the thing.
It's a dead console, pretty much.
Yes.
No, it's not dead because they're releasing a game. No, I thought.
Besides
it was funny.
that,
I thought it was funny. Someone is actually releasing a game for Vita this year.
Oh yeah, Reed had the whole issue of that
is
too.
it like a limited run game or whatever? Or
I forgot the name of it.
they're having to go out of their way.
I just remember looking. It's like, wait, someone's making a game for Vita. My Vita's not dead yet, but someone's making one for Wii. So apparently they can keep the Wii open alive. Holy crap! It's coming to Wii.
Yeah,
not
skipping Wii U.
Not Wii U, just Wii. So screw the Wii U, just the Wii.
Oh, John, look closer. Stadia. It's coming to Stadia. If you want to stream your Just Dance. God, if your internet lags at all, how's a rhythm game gonna work? Like,
Seizure.
So literally, like,
seizure.
outside of every expansion bullshit, like Roller Champions, I'll give good.
If you take out the end of that conference, it's pile of poop.
Yeah. So shit, man. I'm gonna give them a D. Plus.
You're still not gonna fail them?
I don't think I'm gonna fail them because at least I have two concepts I like. I don't know, man. A D still like. I know down in Georgia we didn't have D's. Like,
exactly.
So it's like a D is like a
foreign.
60 to me, and that's like a high fail. So to me, that's like an F plus.
The D's only existed like in college, maybe, but even then, it's like
I'll just
not
say
really. You still failed.
I'm gonna give him a
point.
D because I want to give Alicia Tyler a D.
But she wasn't there.
I know. I just want to know that
She was getting his D. That's
why she wasn't on stage. Justin was out back giving her the D.
I'm gonna go piss, y'all. I'll be right back.